Hi everyone, welcome to Go with Grace. This is a 23-month update video for our daughter Oria. She is a month of turning 2 years. It's crazy. And this video, I did the last one of these monthly update videos just 3 weeks ago because you might remember she became ill on the day that she turned 22 months, and so that was just kind of like bedlam dealing with that for a week. So I was kind of late doing the last video, so this is just like 3 weeks later, so maybe I don't have as much to say as usual, but we'll see. These videos always seem to take so long. So let's get started. One thing I forgot to say last time was she's really into watching animal videos at the moment. You know, she'll want to see like a video of a donkey, a baby donkey, a duck, an owl, an elephant, just like animals who she wouldn't usually see. You know, we have like 15 animals who live with us, but she'll want to see other kind of animals, and she just gets so much out of that. And we find like such funny videos, like these goat screaming videos. If you've never seen those, they're just hilarious. Look up like goats screaming or goats yelling. Like I was just laughing so much watching those things. So that's not something that she does much, but every now and then she'll just suddenly remember like that she can watch a video of an animal or something, and she'll say all these different ones who she wants to watch. Actually, she's still super into watching helicopters. She's still on the helicopter thing. Helicopters and cars as well. Kind of not necessarily a typical girl thing to be interested in, but she just loves seeing helicopters. And yesterday we found this really cool video where there's like a ton of different helicopters in one video, and she realized at one point that there's like people who sit in helicopters, and she was just like, oh, Araya, like she wants to sit in a helicopter. And I said, yeah, maybe one day we'll go in a helicopter. And then she got her tiny little toy helicopter and she put it on the floor and she kept trying to sit in it. There's like a little plastic guy who sits in the helicopter, and she's like over and over again trying to sit in the helicopter. It was really funny. I also forgot to say that she discovered shadows prior to turning 22 months. So she realized that she had a shadow on the floor and that other people have shadows and everything has shadows. And you know, she just was really interested in that. And when she first realized, she was trying to get away actually from the shadow. She was like trying to get away from it, and then she realized that, you know, that doesn't seem to work, and that she has a shadow and everyone has a shadow. And she'll still notice them every now and then, like when we're walking she'll see our shadows on the floor or something, and she'll be like, Mama, Raya. And she just thinks that's really interesting. At this point, she seems to be pretty much done with sleeping in the daytime. This has been an unfolding process over the last months. And yeah, in these last 3 weeks, she's probably only slept in the daytime like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 days. It's just really working itself out of her routine. So the way that she does sleep at this point is she basically sleeps across a span of 12 hours at night, so from 6 p.m. more or less to 6 a.m. more or less, but she doesn't sleep the whole way through almost ever. Like I would say at the moment she's in a pattern of waking up, like, let me count, it's about 3 times usually a night at the moment. So I'm totally happy with that pattern. She always just creates her own sleeping patterns, and this is where she's come to now. And I really like this one. I just feel like it works better for all of us when she sleeps all of her hours at night and then she's awake for 12 hours. You know, we live practically at the equator, so this is just how the rhythm is here every single day, all year round. It's like Groundhog Day, it's just always the same day. So there's about 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of night. And as soon as the sun comes up, like 6 a.m. is just like the absolute cutoff point with her. Because as soon as the sun's there, she's just boom, she's just totally awake. She's really in tune with the rhythms. So, you know, about around 6, the sun's going down, around 6 it's coming up. So she's just like patterned into that. And I love it. I'm so grateful for this pattern, because she's like genuinely tired by the end of being awake for 12 hours. It's really easy for her to just like nurse down to sleep, and then she just wakes up a few times in the night, and that's just like just easy, just nurse back to sleep. And then it's morning and everyone's well rested, and I'm really, really happy with this. And there've been a few days, as I said, in these last 3 weeks where she has slept at some point in the day, and that's usually, I feel, just because like she's got slightly off the rhythm, like she has woken up a little bit too early each morning or something, and it's cumulative, you know, and she's just like, she has to sleep for a while someday, but it hasn't created too much of a rolling effect where everything gets off balance crazily, like has happened before in the past, where, you know, one day goes off and then it's just like days are just like so yeah, she seems to be in this kind of rhythm, and I'm really grateful for it. She got a baby ostrich toy. Most of you probably know we have a living ostrich called Zella. She's a 1-year-old female ostrich. She's really sweet. And Oria just got a baby Zella toy. Look, here's a picture. She absolutely loves baby Zella. She carries her around with her everywhere. It's so sweet. I just look at her, oh my god, Oria. Like, how many people have a pet ostrich and then, you know, like a baby version? She's hilarious. And she also, in this last month, we went on a trip to the city, which like we almost never do. We don't like going there at all, but it was just like unavoidable. And you know, she's getting older, and it's just getting more and more crazy to take her on a trip like that, because she has no exposure to that kind of lifestyle, you know, like shops and everything's fast paced and there's people everywhere. And so, you know, we live like, you know, on this big ranch, and she just has like so much freedom, and she just like walks around all day outside and does what she wants. And then, you know, suddenly we're in this very kind of like environment, and it was just nuts. So like, you know, she just stops in the middle of the street and sits down on the floor and, you know, lays down on the floor. She starts like taking her top off because she wants to put a different one on. And, you know, just like going into shops and picking things up and walking out because she doesn't know anything about like paying for things or anything. So I'm just like, like trying to manage everything. That was quite an experience. And on that trip, we got, she wanted to get these little plastic animals. She got some frogs and some farm animals and some safari animals. And these have just been the most amazing, like just little random thing that she liked, that she has just been all about these the last, I guess, like couple of weeks or something since we went there. She carries them around there's probably like 30 or something of them in total. She carries them everywhere. She knows practically all the names to them. She wants to do like all these little games with them. I think, you know, because they're little and we call them the baby animals, and she just loves them. It probably cost like $4 or something for these little things, but it's just been like the best $4 ever. She's been having so much fun with these little things. Her dada also went on a trip in these last 3 weeks, just a few days, and it went really well again. It's always like kind of an unknown, you know, how's she going to react to him not being around when he goes on trips, but she did totally fine, really well, and he brought back lots of fun things for her, and I'll put some pictures in here so you can see. She was just so sweet. He brought her like socks and shoes and all kinds of things that she loves. So check this out. You can see there that she got some new boots, these little pink boots, rain boots with stars all over them, and these are another current favorite. Absolutely adores these pink boots, and she'll just wear them for like huge long stretches at a time. And it's cool actually, because it's rainy season here now, so it's kind of like sunny in the daytime and like raining, wet, a little bit cold even, like in the kind of evening, nighttime. And so things can get muddy, especially with horses kind of like scrubbling everything up on the ground and stuff. So it's great that she has these new rain boots, and yeah, she's just obsessed with them. When she was ill for that week or so, she went down in her weight, and I just really didn't like that. I didn't like seeing her, you know, not being able to eat and going down in weight. And she's now like totally back to where she was before. I think it took like a couple of weeks to get her weight back, and she's taller as well than she was before she was ill. So it's kind of like she's grown and she's back to the same weight. And she's just totally fine, you know, no trace of illness at all, like totally robust and healthy. And we just feel like so grateful that she is healthy and that she's just back to herself. That whole episode was just such a reminder of like how precious she is to us and how much we love her. And yeah, just huge gratitude for ongoing health. As always, she's been really into her sand pit. That's just like a daily thing. We're just in there for a long time, usually every day. And we actually, I think I maybe said this, we refreshed the sand in there. So she got like totally new sand. It's really great sand. It's like really soft and easy to work with. I love it. And one thing we've been doing is digging down to the bottom of the sand pit all the time. And then she'll like sit in there, and I like bury her, not all of her obviously, but whatever she's put in there, her legs, her arms, whatever. And I think I said last month that she decided to say adventure, and she always said it in the context of going in her pushchair, her stroller. And now she says adventure for like going and sitting on the bottom of the sandpit as well. Another thing she's been really enjoying with her dad is these little things. They're like little kind of paper chain magic tricks. Actually, I got a video of this. Let me show you the video. She just loves pulling these things out with her dad. Check it out.
White. What is it? Pink? Blue. Looks like purple, but it's blue. Orange. Green, purple, yellow, red, blue, white. Listo!
Awesome. Awesome.
There you go.
Wow.
Pink.
Mama.
You want me to help? Purple, orange, green,
You got it!
purple, yellow, red, blue.
Yeah!
Bravo! Mariah does it. Oh. Something else that she's been doing for quite a while that I always forget to say is she's really into taking her clothes off the washing line. So we don't use dryers here. I'm not a fan of dryers at all. They're insane use of energy. I always, my whole life, dried stuff outside. So we put everything out on the washing lines, and if she goes by and she sees things on there, she just gets so excited about all her things on the washing line. She has to have them all immediately, you know, even though like some of them are probably wet or all of them might be wet. She just doesn't care. She has to have them, you know, and she'll be like, oh, trousers, socks. Like she just gets so excited about seeing all of her things clean on the washing line. And she actually also now is into helping to put things onto the washing line, which is pretty cool. You know, she'll stand with the basket full of things and she'll like pull out this and give you all these different things that hang up. She also loves the pegs from washing lines. Oh, I think you call them clothespins in North America. We call them pegs in Britain. The things that you use to hang the clothes on the lines. She loves to take those down and make patterns with them on the floor as well, and talk about what colours they are and make like flowers with different colours of them and stuff like that. I mentioned many months ago now that she has this belief that anything that breaks, everything that breaks or rips or tears or anything is because of our dog Jade, the baby dog, who's like a year and something old as well. It's just so funny. Somehow she came to this conclusion in her head. And it's just always anything that breaks. She's like, Jade! Or she finds a rip in some piece of clothing or something, Jade! Jade did it! So that's just ongoing. And now she also, anything that's broken like that, she wants this guy who works here, Marlon, to fix it. He's like a very kind of handy guy, kind of like a maintenance guy. And so anything that, you know, just like falls down, breaks, anything, she's like, Marlon! So there's just this ongoing pattern of like, Jade did this and Marlon's got to fix it. Jade, Marlon. Throughout everything, all day long. And she also says, we have these stone grinders that we use to make nut and seed butters, like almond butter and sesame, tahini and all that kind of stuff. And they make quite a lot of noise, and well, it's all right. It's like good white noise in the background in the kitchen all the time. They're just always going because we're just always producing nut and seed butters for ourselves and the community here. And if she ever like is near the kitchen and they're not going, she thinks that there's no electricity because she's so used to the noise being there all the time in the background. So if she ever notices that they're not working, she'll be like, there's no electricity. But she says it in Spanish. She says, no, I lose. Marlon. Like she wants Marlon to fix it. She's so funny. So language stuff. She's gone into this phase in the last few weeks of going on these little kind of rants with her language. And it's just so amazing to see. Just really cool. Like starting to make sentences. But she usually says like about 20 or so, 20, 30 words, like blah, 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 in succession, and it's always the same intonation. And it's kind of like, you know, there's like words missing, but you get the gist of what she's saying, and the intonation's like this. And it will be something like, let me see if I can do it. Like, Oria got these socks and she got these ones and Dada bought them for her, and she's got these pink ones and she's got these green ones and she's going to put the green ones on, and there's these pink ones and Dada bought them. And it's just like, with like little parts of the phrases missing all the way along. It's so sweet, it's so endearing, and it's amazing, you know, like what she can convey with her little rants. Oh, something else that she started to do with language this last few weeks, we didn't know what she was saying at first. She started saying unna belong, unna beling, unna belong, unna beling, and she would just say it like over and over again, and no one knew what she was saying. We were like, unna belong, unna beling. And eventually, the women who work here, they were saying, oh, it's like they have a little phrase here. It says, lima limita limon. It's just like, you know, just nothing, like a little tongue twister or something. Like lime, little lime, lemon, something like that. Or the other way around. And that's what she was saying, but she was saying it in her own way. And for some reason, she just like picked up on somebody saying that, and she was just saying it over and over. Unna belong, unna baling, unna belong, unna baling. But now she's actually saying lima limita limon as well. And if I now say unna belong, unna baling, she says lima limita limon. Like she corrects me. Okay, so this last 3 weeks was another time when she blew up her English vocab. This has been like a major English session. So here we go. All the things that she oh, and there's some really cool ones I mentioned in the last video, that she started to come out with some really cool little English phrases. So let's go over some of those. She says, have some, and this is nearly always have some mama, which is how she says that she wants to nurse. So she's always called nursing mama, like she'll say like mama, but now she started to say have some mama. Adventure. Oh, maybe I didn't tell you the last time that she was saying that. I don't know, I get so lost. She says good night, did it, do it, monkey, kitchen, flush, the toilet. She has this squat toilet, and if she's already kind of like released something into the toilet and she wants you to flush, or she's just finished or whatever, she'll be like, flush. Giraffe, elephant. There's lots of animal names in here because of those little plastic things. Help you, so sweet. She doesn't ever say like help or, can you help me or anything like that. I think it's because I always say to her, like, do you want mama to help you? So she thinks like that's how you say it always, She always says, help you. Like, if she wants someone to help her put her socks on, she'd be like, mama, help you. Swan, bath, bamboo. We've been planting a lot of bamboo around here, like baby bamboo for coverage. And she got really attached to that for some reason. Bamboo, bamboo. And then she thought that some of the socks that her dad had bought her were made out of bamboo, and she was just really enamored with those and carrying them around everywhere. Bamboo, bamboo. And wanting to see pictures of bamboo. And so, book, she says, like it, as in I like it, or do you like it? Camel, goose. Oink, oink, like a pig. Cluck, cluck, like a chicken. Edge, in the bath, there's like all different kind of places you can sit and stuff in our bath. It's really big, and she'll often go and sit on one of the edges and she'll say edge. Hummingbird, that one just blew me away. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you might remember a few weeks back I put up a picture of a hummingbird that came into our house. It was absolutely amazing. The first time I realised he was there, I was making a smoothie and I looked up and he was sitting on the edge of my smoothie glass that I was about to pour the smoothie into. He was just sitting there like, just looking at me like, what? And he was in the house for ages. We couldn't get him out. Anyway, so we were talking a lot about hummingbirds, and then the other day she just suddenly went, hummingbird. Salt, which was totally like random. Like, we don't even use salt that much. I don't know why she picked that up, but she suddenly went, salt. Bee, bird. Ariana is one of her little friends here. Bottom, oh, that's because of the sand pit, like digging down to the bottom of the sand pit so she can sit there. Octopus, jumping. Show, like, I'll say, like, do you want to show this to Dada or something? And she'll be like, show. Animals, or the little animals that she suddenly has. Rhino, red, the colour. I might have said that before. I didn't cross-check these. Smoothie. We have a smoothie every morning, a green smoothie, and she's starting to say that, like, the little plastic zebra, she says that he has smoothie all around his mouth and stuff. Pig, chicken, goat, moose, lion, lots of animal names right now. Floor, socks. She's always said socks in Spanish. She's always said medias, and then now she suddenly says socks. Feet, the same. She always would say pies for feet, the Spanish word, but now she says feet. Sheep, sofa, man, woman. Okay, that was all the English words. Spanish words: puente, bridge. Venga, oh, I think I might have said this one last month actually. Anyway, it's kind of like come, like come on, that kind of thing. Venga, venga. Lava, maybe I said that last month. So, wash, something. Potatillo is a type of tree that grows here, and we've been collecting the seeds from them recently. They have these beautiful, like, bright red seeds, and I want to make a mandala with all kind of like seeds and stuff from the land. We've been collecting the potatillo seeds, and she'll pick them up off the floor, and then she'll look up and she'll say, potatillo! Like, she knows where they came from. Alto, high, I may have said that before as well. Agüita, like, little water. They just use the diminutives here on the ends of words all the time. Like, everything's little this and little that, and she'll be like, agüita! Vuela, fly. Muy, very, and she usually uses that with muy grande, like that's very big. She'll be looking at a piece of clothing or something and she'll say, muy grande. Funda, bag, like plastic bag especially. She likes to put things in bags. Parete, like stand up. She'll say that to the little plastic animals. If one of them's like difficult to stand up, she'll be like, parete. ¿Qué es? What is it? if she's looking at the animals and there's one who she doesn't know who it is, she'll be like, Mama, ¿qué es? It's really sweet. Estrellas, stars, quiere, want. So she always talks about herself in the third person. So she'll say like, if there's something that she doesn't want to eat, she'll say like, no quiere, Oria. No, instead of like, no quiero, like I don't want it, she'll be like, no quiere, Oria. Like Oria doesn't want it. Gallina, chicken. Árbol, tree. Trabajando, working. So one day she saw Marlon outside working. She was like, Marlon trabajando. Llanta, tire, like on a car or whatever. Por favor, please. And then there's this new thing she's been saying where it's like, hey, or something like that. What is it? Yeah, something like that. Hey! And it's kind of like when she's surprised by something or kind of confused or shocked or something, she'll go, hey! That's it. That's all the words for this month. I'm sure this video is really long again, as always. And one more month to go, and I'll be back doing a 2-year update. My goodness, I can't believe it. So thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.